Tuesday Hoops. Up next, their skilled technician at the 4 spot, Luis Scola and the Houston Rockets go up against the Indiana Pacers. Houston, Indiana, coming right up.
Welcome fans to 2K Sports. We're celebrating the new year with exciting NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Doris Burke. And here we go, the battle between conferences. It's East versus West, where the Indiana Pacers will be looking to make a statement. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Luis Scola at the power forward, and Big Yao Ming in the middle. Lowry out there with Martin and Battier. And for the Pacers, Andy Granger and Tyler Hansbrough make up the forwards. And there's Collison, then it's Roy Hibbert and George. Rockets last season, Clark, had a winning record overall, but not against the Eastern Conference.
No, they were just 14-16 against the Eastern Conference. They fared better against their own conference, despite arguably better competition there.
Here's Collison. Baseline jumper, kept alive. Hansbrough connects from in close.
Boy, I tell you what, it's always a good feeling to get the first points of the game. I don't care who you are.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Rick Adelman gave me just a few minutes with him. He told me they'll be looking to stretch the opposing defense and open things up by using their ability to knock down long-range shots. Success from the perimeter will translate to success on the inside. Those were his words to me, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
I definitely can appreciate their approach with the 3-ball.
And why do you think the Rockets struggled against the East?
It could have been traveling, Kevin. You know, sometimes coming from west to east is a little more difficult than going east to west, so that could have been part of it.
Jim O'Brien in his 9th season as an NBA head coach.
Yeah, before Indiana, he coached in Boston and in Philadelphia. In both stops, he helped those teams make the playoffs.
Here's Collison. Let's go with the 3. That's good. Collison's got himself on the board with 3 there. We had talked about Jim O'Brien. Clark, what is his style as a coach?
Well, you know what? He's defensive-minded in his philosophy at its core, but he also loves high-quality shots and doesn't mind the early 3. Movement and taking quality shots are a big part of how he coaches offensively.
Yao with a screen on Granger. 3 on the clock. With 1 second left, Yao, good.
This is what happens when the defense lags. Wrong guy to give an opening to.
Seeing Yao out there reminds me of this Shaquille O'Neal quote on the big fella. He said, I like Yao because he plays like a man. What do you make of that, Clark?
Well, I think part of it is that Shaq appreciates that Yao rarely flops. Shaq has a problem with big guys that flop. So do I. And he's skilled and uses his size and weight effectively.
Here is Collison. 2:57 left in the first. Here's Hibbert. Now Hansbrough. Granger backing him down. Shot clock at 5. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
You guys are doing an excellent job on offense here at the start of this game. Good shots leading to 4 or 5 shooting.
Pick by Yao. Here's Battier. Granger with the defensive effort.
An outstanding pick there, and he still couldn't get the basket. Next time he gets a look that good, he's got to make it count. Collison didn't make much noise until January of last season, but boy, did he make up for it.
At the line for the Pacers, Darren Collison. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. The Pacers making a switch here. And so he hits both. You look at Collison's numbers, like you were saying, 21-8 in February, 17-9 in March, 19 and almost 8 assists in April.
Boy, those are fantastic numbers. And you get the feeling, Kevin, that if he was getting more consistent minutes the first few months of last season, he could have had a real good look at Rookie of the Year.
Now, here's Yao. At the floater, and the bucket is good. Now he'll get a trip to the stripe. A three-point play opportunity.
First personal foul, teams first. At the line for the Rockets, Yao Ming, shooting 1.
And he makes the free throw. You look at Yao, you see the height, but there is more to him than just that.
Very much so, Kevin. I mean, he's thick down in his lower body, but he's also tremendously skilled. I mean, he's got an excellent touch.
And once again, off the mark by Indiana. Outside Lowry. Scola. Right side, Scola. And it's tied up. Scola's got his second basket. And Clark with Yao, that is something that opposing centers have a lot of trouble with.
Yeah, he is so comfortable with his release, and it comes at such a high point that it's just almost impossible to block. And his touch is nice and feathery soft. Very rare for a big guy.
Granger outside. Knocks it down from 19 feet.
Beautiful delivery with the bounce pass. He kept it away from the defense, which set up the shot perfectly.
Outside Lowry. Picked up by Collison. Yao with a screen on Collison. Martin kicks to Battier. Martin. Granger covering. 4 seconds left. And Kevin Martin the bucket on the assist by Battier. Martin's got his first points in this one. Now Collison. He has 5. Here's George. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. He has 5. Rockets trail by 3. And here's Lowry. 12 points for him. It's back to Battier. Kevin Martin on the wing. Takes a 3. That's good. We're now all tied up at 16.
It didn't sit well with him, that 3 he had just given up, so he went out and got it right back.
Collison kicks to Granger. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Right now, he's just too good, Kevin. Way too good. They need to bring a second defender and try to make him give up the ball.
And a lot of offense on display in this first quarter. Pacers lead by 2.
They've been making the most of that home court advantage, setting up shop at the charity stripe and making them count.
It's more NBA coming your way. And we begin the second quarter. We've got a close game. Here is Lowry. Dunleavy is out there with Tyler Hansbrough. Then it's Rush. Then there's Collison and Hibbert. That's the Pacers 5. Well, Clark, you look at Coach Rick Adelman, considered a player's coach. Would you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, you know, he was a player himself back in the 60s and 70s, and I think he carries that history to his style as a coach, communicating well, being direct, but also giving his players some freedom.
Good points. And now our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, has some info for us. Doris, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Chuck Hayes, an undersized defender, but he finds a way to get it done. Knicks coach Mike D'Antoni, an admirer, has said, we don't put enough premium on people who do whatever it takes to win. And that's exactly what he does. He's got big heart, plays hard, and plays smart basketball-wise. We don't put a premium on that. We put a premium on guys shooting or jumping. This guy just wins. Gentlemen?
Thanks, Doris.
Yao Ming, shooting 1.
No good, and they don't get the three-point play. And Clark Adelman came to the Rockets, a team known for the defense, and brought some true offensive expertise.
Well, Kevin, in his 19 years of coaching, his teams have been in the top 5 in scoring 12 times. That tells you that he knows how to put players in position to succeed at that end of the floor.
Sound like a nice addition for the Rockets.
Very much so.
Here's Hansbrough, blocked. They've trailed the entire game now, a chance to jump out ahead. The Pacers finished last season with a 9-21 record against the tough Western Conference.
Well, we call it the Wild, Wild West, Kevin, and for good reason. You don't win games out there if you're not playing at a high level. The West has had an edge over the Pacers for a long time now.
Back to Collison. Behind the arc. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Why anyone would want to leave this guy alone deep is beyond me.
And here are the Rockets. And you look at the Pacers, their interconference record was tied with the Kings, who were second to last overall in the West.
It just goes to show you the disparity, Kevin. I mean, it probably has more to do with the conferences than with the Indiana Pacers specifically.
Oh, look here at Lowry, just a scrapper of a point guard out of Villanova.
Yeah, he's tough, he's physical, he's athletic. He's a pit bull-like defender, and he's a pretty good rebounder for his size, too.
The Rockets have a nice tandem there with Lowry and Brooks at the point.
Yeah, and they just stole him basically from the Grizzlies in that trade, Kevin. A great addition to the Rockets. I mean, you always want toughness off the bench.
Here's Hibbert. The shot's good. Collison making the play. And we're all tied up at 25. And here are the Rockets. Yao with a screen on Collison. Lowry against Collison. Hibbert against Scola. Covered by Hibbert. And the basket by Scola. Scola's got 6.
Speed is only part of the equation here. He's not blinding quick, but he was determined to take that one to the rim.
Several teams changing it up here. Here's Granger. He's got 6.
The little man made the big rebound. What a play.
Here is Brooks. Outside Lowry. Just 5 on the clock. Deflects the pass.
The defense anticipated the kick out the whole time.
Open look. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Tough miss. They got a good look, just couldn't capitalize.
Martin kicks to Brooks. Covered by Hibbert. Brooks dishes to Hill. Outside, Martin gets a good look. And Houston again with the bucket.
Way to distribute the basketball.
Pacers trail by 4. Now let's check in with the third member of our crew, Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, as you know, the Rockets were without their 2 best players last season in Yao Ming and Tracy McGrady and still managed to collect a winning record. How did they overcome so much adversity? Role players stepped up to the challenge. Said Shane Battier, we've had a lot of success because we play hard every night. And in this league, sometimes that's half the battle. Guys, the Rockets, always a scrappy team. Their effort has never been questioned.
All right, thank you, Doris.
You know, I love the way the Rockets play basketball and really hope they can get through just one season injury-free. That would be fun to see.
And a change here for the Pacers. Here's Foster. Misses off the inbound. Brooks with it. Picked up by Collison. Hill back to Brooks. He dumps it off. Battier's shot good. And the Rockets lead by 8.
Kevin, they're fighting extremely hard right here. Bit by bit, just trying to pull away.
And they get it. Oh! With authority.
Boy, he's so graceful, so smooth when he takes it strong to the rim like that.
You know, Clark, you can pretty much always depend on him for those kinds of plays.
Yeah, graceful and powerful.
Sure. Here is Brooks. 29 seconds left in the second. Here's Granger. It's blocked. So it's Houston now. 6-point lead. Outside, Martin. Cans the tough double clutch layup. Martin's got 12 in the game. Here comes Collison. 1 second left. Granger with the bucket.
Just put the ball in his hands, Kevin, and watch him go to work. He's going to make something good happen.
And so we wrap up the first half.
It's been a solid outing for Martin. 12 points, and the three ball's been there for him, too. He's hit 2 from out there. What an opening half that was for him.
The NBA here on 2K Sports.
Thanks so much for joining us this New Year's Eve. And before we launch into a little old lang syne, let's get to the HP halftime report. The Houston Rockets in front against Indiana. A huge advantage in points in the paint. They're having their way inside. An impressive first half for Kevin Martin. He's got 12 points and has added a couple assists in this one, too. And no shortage of desire from the Pacers side of things. They've been airtight with their defensive rebounding. No second chance looks. We've seen Darren Collison having a superb half. He's got 8 points and has put on a show with all the assists he's dished out. Some great basketball in today's action from these two as they've led the way in scoring for their teams. And now that's it for us here in the studios. Let's send you back to your arena. Kevin Harlan, Clark Kellogg, Doris Burke, waiting to call the second half for you.
And now the start of the second half. Very close game so far. Here's Lowry. The Rockets, Clark, played last season without Yao Ming. That is a huge loss for them.
Yeah, both figuratively and literally when you talk about what he means to that team. And despite that, they missed out on the playoffs, but they still had a winning record overall.
Checking out the group for Rick Edelman to start the second half. Luis Scola at the power forward and Big Yao Ming in the middle. Martin is out there with Lowry and Battier. Hibbert against Yao. The dump off. Battier against Granger. Yao covered by Hibbert. Clock is at 3. Martin from outside. Pacers trail by 4. It's in. He got bumped too. He'll have a chance for one more at the line. And for the Rockets, they have to be proud the way they scrapped through that season, held it together, and like we said before, finished with a plus 500 record.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Kevin, because this team really maxed out what it was capable of considering the injuries and the lack of personnel they had on a regular basis.
Looking at Danny Granger, a great wing player taken out of New Mexico, taken number 17, in fact, by the Indiana Pacers, Clark, back in 2005.
Boy, and that's a great value at that pick, Kevin. I mean, he's turned into their franchise player. 2 seasons ago was his big breakthrough. He's an all-star. They run their offense through him, and he's responded, finishing 5th in the league in scoring.
Inside, tipped. Time to change here for the Pacers. Nick Roberts has checked in. Here's Granger. He's got 10. Here's Hibbert. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
The D didn't respect him from that distance, and now we know why.
Goes up, and Yao slams it in.
That's right, fella. Don't be afraid to power it down.
Yeah, Clark, a good capper at the end of that play. Now against Hibbert. From 17 feet out. And the basket good. He's got 11.
You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot.
Rockets leading by 4. Lowry kicks to Martin. The tray. And it's Martin again missing. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And I love the unselfish. It's a joy to watch.
Granger for the three. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Granger's got 13 points.
That makes it 4 for 5 to start the third. Really coming out of halftime looking to get a big jump on the opponent.
Deflects the pass. And here's Hibbert. For the lead. Takes it up. A nice shot by Collison. And the Pacers lead by 1. Here comes Kyle Lowry. They trail by 1. Picked up by Collison. Martin from outside. And that one's good. He's got 17.
He might not get a better look than that all game. You have to get closer to him. He's not going to bite you. Get up in him.
And a change here for the Pacers. Rice is checked in. And then for Houston. Hill comes in for Yao. And it's Brooks in for Luis Scola.
Give it up and make some noise.
Here's Price. Pass to Granger. He's feeling it. Clanked off the front of the rim.
Well, Kevin, they've been fighting it out for the rebounds here, so far it's an even match in that area.
Lowry. And another three for Houston.
For three.
Here's Price. 1:44 left in the third. Dumps it off. Jacks up the triple. The shot, no good. And the Rockets going the other way now. And for the Pacers, a 32-50 record overall last season, number 10 in the Eastern Conference.
Not what they expected, Kevin, but at home the Pacers did end up 23-18.
Pacers trail by 5. Short, backs down. Pass to Granger. The three, and that one's good. Granger's got 16. And Clark, home court advantage really can be a huge boost to a team, can't it?
And you find it being the case more with younger teams, Kevin, because it really does give a team like that a burst of energy. But for any team, it helps.
Here's Hill. Gets the whistle, and he'll go to the line.
Pacers
It's a
foul.
well-used foul there to prevent the easy layup, Kevin.
First personal foul, team scores. At the line for the Rockets, Jordan Hill. Taking 2 shots.
That free throw missing. The Pacers making a switch here. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2.
Kyle Lowry.
Contact certainly altered that shot. The official was right on top of it.
Shooting for Indiana, Mike Dunn. Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Brooks. We'll see what the coach has drawn up. Will they opt for the quick shot? Out to Battier. Martin from outside. The shot is off. And Indiana will go the other way with it.
He's had some problems finding the range here in this quarter.
A foul called, and he earns a trip to the line.
That's his third personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Indiana, Mike Dunn. 2 shots.
That one is off. The Rockets making a switch here. And the second free throw, good.
You hate to miss free throws when the margin's this tight, but at least now they have the lead.
Brooks, the pass to Yao. Pick by Yao. Brooks dishes to Yao. Flips it in off the sweet pick. Yao's got 15 points.
He's really one of the big reasons why they have the lead now. He's playing an extremely efficient game. It's fun to watch.
And so this one is tightly contested as we end the third. Really an incredible game from Kevin Martin.
Yeah, not flashy numbers, but his presence has definitely been felt out there. It's the little things, Kevin. He's getting them done.
The Rockets on top, up by 1. And now let's send it to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for our slight spark of the game. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. The spark in this game, the big push by the Rockets. They caught fire offensively in the second quarter and took control right there, gentlemen.
Doris, thank you. Big scoring run there was the spark they needed.
Everything started to synergize, and once the ball was rolling, there was no stopping them.
Here's Collison. Jones is out there with Collison. Then there's Jeff Foster. Then there's Dunleavy and McRoberts. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Jones kicks it to Foster. Easy shot. Banks it home.
Explosive offense. These two teams have been going at each other this entire game.
Here's Houston now. They've never trailed by more than 5. Yao inside. Foster on him. And Yao gets it to go on the assist by Scola.
Beautiful finish. You just don't see a lot of big men who have that kind of soft touch. Kevin, this has been a terrific matchup. Both teams are giving as good as they get.
So it's Houston now. They trail by 1. Yao with a screen on Collison. Scola kicks to Yao.
And Kev, that's only his first giveaway for the game.
Here's Jones. And laying it in as that one falls through. Here's Martin. Goes up, and he drops it in on the layup. Martin's got 19 points. On offense, here are the Pacers. It's a 1-point game. Collison kicks it to Foster. Dump-off pass. Jones working against Martin. Shoots. Jones, no luck.
The D didn't respect him from that distance, and now we know why.
Lowry kicks to Yao. Lowry passes to Yao. Unloads from 9. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. 19 points for Yao. Timeout called the Pacers. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kev, Jim O'Brien was just going over the game plan with his team. He told them, we're in control of our own destiny in this thing. It's as simple as that, fellas. If you want to come out on top, you need to dig down for a little bit extra to close it out. Let's see if they can, guys.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana.
The lob was a little misjudged, and he couldn't get control of it.
Lowry kicks to Yao. They double-team Yao. And that one's good.
He's got a sky-high field goal percentage, and that's because he's been working to get good looks.
Now Collison. Here's George. Arcs it high, but they get it back. Here is Lowry. 2:29 left in the fourth. Picked up by Collison. Lowry passes to Yao. Dunked in off the nice assist that time.
He's not necessarily a 5-star athlete, but he's got the length to stuff it home when he gets it inside.
Here's Collison. Drains it from downtown. Here's Lowry. Picked up by Collison. Takes it up. And Lowry gets it to go.
Good pick there to set up the layup. That's textbook offensive execution.
And the Pacers call time here. They're losing by 2. 1:52 left in the game. Tyler Hansbrough's checked in for the Pacers. And Indiana has possession, trailing by 2. Here's George, and again it's Indiana converting.
Well, he's been doing his part, Kevin. He definitely is focused and came to play.
Outside Lowry. Kevin Martin on the wing. Again, the Rockets score.
I thought that was a real good job to look for the shot they wanted and then be patient enough to wait for it.
And here's Collison. Got a piece of it. It stays here. Here is Hansbrough. Pass to Granger. From deep. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
The defense better start paying attention and taking care of business because he's been great from the arc this half.
Yao with a screen on Collison. Lowry kicks to Yao. Rips it down, coming off the screen.
That's how you do it. That was a nice setup. I mean, the pick was in the right place, right where it should have been.
Followed the strategy that is mapped out on the sideline. Those timeouts mean a lot for these guys.
Yes, they do.
Here is Collison. George, covered by Martin.
Oh, that's much in the clutch. They needed that one, Kev.
Here is Lowry. 53 seconds left to the fourth. Less than 1 minute left. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. He sinks the clutch free throw.
He's just so clutch. Here's a guy you want on your side with the game on the line, Kevin.
Here is Lowry. Kevin Martin on the wing. For 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
They've been trading buckets and trading leads. What outstanding competitors out there.
Gets a good look. Collison, no good.
How much better a look do you need? Good mid-range shooter. Should have been money in the bank.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Battier's shot, good.
With a comfortable lead, they should be able to finish this one off.
And the Pacers call time here. They're down by 5. 23 seconds left in the game. Clark, what are your thoughts?
Every second counts now. You got to score quickly, then foul.
Here's Granger. He's guarded by Battier. Granger dishes to Collison. From deep, and Granger with the basket on the assist by Collison. 22 points for Danny Granger. And here comes Lowry. Scola. Lowry kicks to Battier. And so there's the intentional foul. They still got to foul him for a second time to get into the penalty and send him to the strike.
That's the right move. Stop the clock and hope they make a mistake you can take advantage of.
Three-pointer, Martin kept alive. So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome, but maybe not so much with the margin.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark and Doris and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Brand player of the game, Yao Ming.
I'm here, super duper do the cut. All up in the mix like yeah. What I stay like bros. Even if I never said it, you should probably know this by now. Tada, what they gonna make up? Every time I read about it's what they make up. If I ever saw them, then they never reason to say why they never like me.